Oh, people, this is Power here with the opening. Yeah. so, the funny thing that happened is that, so these are the 3 pre-orders that technically were supposed to come out last month, but then obviously because of, I don't know, I'm sorry if I keep saying this, because of current events, they got delayed, but then, they actually came together. The funny thing, and I'm standing up, the funny thing is that it actually got I just don't want to share the label, but it actually got opened already because my oldest brother mistaked it for his. So instead, we have it right here because Riken was like, because I was just playing around with his bubble driver Zavai. I'm still really baffled that the bubble driver does not come with its straps. Like, that's just... It should have warned us. Because the thing is that it didn't. Like, I'm just gonna rant about this, but it's like...
Oh, sorry. You're in the middle of a video, right?
Technically, but...
Yeah. We got it. I'm just letting you know.
Wait, we never even mentioned it.
No.
You can technically mention it right now.
Oh, yeah. So, the hazard trigger.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh.
That's what I meant. Nothing. There was nothing inside that went out.
Oh.
So we got lucky. Extremely lucky. The other one, I don't really know about though.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to tell you, we got the hazard trigger finally.
I thought he was going to talk about the fact that we pre-ordered the CSM Inks the Bounties Eraser. Oh, my stomach. Why does it hurt? Okay. So, Zarikin comes to me when I'm playing with his Bubble Drivers of Eye, and he's like, oh, look, it came. I'm like, what? So... This is our pre-orders of April. They're all here. So we got the Geiz Majesty set with the Ride Watch. We got another watch set 5. So technically I got all 3 of them in one day. And then obviously we got the Cyclone Riser. Before we get into this, however, I forgot to unbox these 2 because it's a tradition for me to unbox these, so I'm just gonna do that right now. Even though I don't typically, I don't know why it went over my head. Okay, so this was expired in 2019 of September. Sorry you could hear me. Okay. I do have the back of my teeth are sensitive, which is why I don't eat as much like sweets anymore. So that's kind of why I don't eat the candy out of my out of the candy toys. Just because I don't want to irritate my teeth. Like, I know, like, even though I do have like a huge craving for brownies are kind of like the only thing I'll eat, because like we have like mini cookies and such. I like ate one earlier, but then like again, like my teeth like, I hate sweet tooths. So The stupidest ride watch. When did this one expire? December. I still want to do a video with just me eating candy toy, like expired candy toys. That might be on the second channel, but oh, here's Metal Cluster, Burning Falcon, Rampage Vulcan, and Bowser is born. That's still a stupid edit. Like, I'm not even in, like, I'm still only watched the first arc of 01. I have not seen the second arc. But, I don't know. That edit in what episode? I don't know what episode it was, but that edit of Bowser's transformation was so dumb. Like, who the heck approved it? Like, that's like if I did, like, I don't know what writer. Or, okay, this is a stupid example. That's if I took Grand Geo and started with Hibiki. Like, you just cut around like Hibiki Copto Deno Forze Wizzato Grando Geo. That's if I cut it like that. That's is born. Oh, Dragon! I couldn't get that. I did it. I did it. I finally got all Candy Toy Ride watches. Wanna know what the reward is? This box. But like literally, like they were like Snipe was 200, Wizard was 300, so I'm like, I might as well. So yeah, this is going to be a long video because we're going to be unboxing each one of these and such. I don't have anything to unbox out of, like, you know, my Sorrow order, because I already did. Again, I would like to play with this, but I can't because it doesn't come with batteries. This one is, like, obviously fine. This one I'm really irritated about, just because, like, excuse me. I feel like something's like stuck in my throat. It's been like that since I took a shower. But I'm really irritated with this one because the tab's not included. So I'm gonna have to steal like another sets 3. What the heck? I'm gonna have to take another watch sets 03's tab. Why is it dated 2018? Why is another Geo dated? Why is another Geo 2 dated 2018 if it was created in 2019? I think because technically Geo 2 was 2019. And see, with these ones, with the future writers, they actually date them. I don't understand why they don't do that with the Mirroride watches, but Yeah. So I'm gonna actually start with another watch set because despite that one coming in, this one's technically last because it went Cyclone Riser, Geiz, Majesty, or these two got released first, and then this. This technically might be the last zero, or not the last 01. This thing might be the last Geo thing, because obviously what's happening, we might not get another V-Cinema because it wasn't announced when Geiz Majesty was, like, close. And I find that to be underwhelming, so my box kind of got banged up, but... Oh well, this is the first another watch set I've pre-ordered, so this is going to be the first one I actually open, because obviously, as you know, all my other ones I got pre-owned. I'm going to take Zrikens. But, obviously, yeah, I feel like with Mandarake, we shouldn't be as careless, with, like, what we get. It's like, yeah, cheap price, but then it's like... If you're a stickler like me who wants, like, you know, tabs, completion, and such, why did they start doing this? This is stupid. What happened to the flap? Like, I actually thought this was a thing only for this one, but now because I realize it's a thing with 3 and 4, it annoys me so much because they can't just keep consistency. So this is technically the only DX01 ride watch. Oh, that's all you're gonna get. Oh, why did I put the... I closed it. Now I technically can't. I'll just take this shoestring. No, Taika, no, touch this. I just left all the gashats out because I think I can probably want to play with it more. You gotta see, I'm not as enthused with X8 stuff, so. You know, I'll just let him have his fun. Okay, so this is another Ichigo. I think it would have been cool if they did Shin Ichigo, but then that's just like at skin. I wish they did Ultimate Kuga. I really wish Omageo got one, because I was like, oh, that's the one that's missing, but then technically, here you never transformed with that. I transformed with the 7 legendary ride watches. There's 7 legendary shoulder riders. So, yep, that's it for this set. So yeah, I can definitely do like a... I could definitely do like a... Not another rider week, because I already covered half of them. I got the other half technically in 3 days. But, yeah, we got it for like 30 or so. So, essentially for the same price as, Volume 3, which isn't bad. But, you know, 30 is like my limit on these, but then I feel like I got Volume 4 for like 25, and I still did not get a tab. Because I got Volume 1 for 25 off of Sara, I believe. No, it was from Nagoya, I believe. But I already opened this one, but I'm already annoyed with this. So, as I complained in the original unboxing, this was not like completely in the right order of things. And they just like threw everything wherever. So technically I'll just activate it and then move down. I need the shoestring. But yeah, so technically I should actually put up a list of like ride watches I still need to get. Cause vocally DX wise I need O's. I need O's. Why am I forgetting? That looks like it's gonna die. See, this is why you keep the tabs in here, so then you don't have to use up batteries. I just want to like, I just don't want to keep spending money on batteries because obviously like that's not good, and I'm already getting a lot of flack for what I do. So it's just like, you know, it's just more helpful if you keep the tabs in. And it's like such a pet peeve of mine that people just don't keep the tabs in at all. Because people are like, oh yeah, like I just have like a bucket of like ride watches. Just like keep the tabs in. It's a lot of work, but it will save a bunch of money. And I guess your sanity. This light decides to die on me. But, what was I saying before I got into that? Okay, so, ride watches I still need to get. DX-wise, that's O's, Fang Joker, and Amazon Omega. And Amazon Omega. And was. Off of my head, I can, like, say. Because, off of my head, I'm not getting the theme song version of the Geo Ride Watch. I'm not getting that one nor the Choco campaign one. Like, then again, like on Mandarake, I did see the theme song one, like the full set for half of its price, and I'm like, man, that's really good, but I have to keep Temptation off because Temptation bad. But technically it's just those 4 riders that are left. The idea of like I hate the fact Chronos and Poppy are exclusivists. Like, that's so dumb. It's just like this is in line of like including Tsukiyomi, making Tsukiyomi exclusive to the memorial set, adding new functions to the Saki Rube gyro. It's just like these should not be required. These should be optional. So it's just like, so great, you're making me buy this, not me, but you're making me get this because you have 2 ride watches that have their own tracks and you didn't release them earlier? I like the selection, I just don't like the fact that Chronos and Poppy are exclusive to this. Like, I feel like that's the reason why they, like, I don't know, you can make up some conspiracy that, like, this was rigged because of, like, obviously people were, like, you can either say it's rigged or people voted Kronos and Poppy because they had tracks or they have screens in the Jaker driver, so that could have been a reason why, but it's just like, I don't know. You can tell me why you voted for them, because comments are back. Here's the second set. I know I'm like, but I don't know, just let me release my frustration. First of all, the instructions. Why are they different? What is this blonde hair? Why are these instructions different? Why are... I find it funny, they're literally showcasing scissors throughout in this entire thing. That's really hysterical. Because, you know, scissors is a meme. Which is why he got voted. But, I don't know. Like, I find it frustrating, like, I got this for $50. But they have no tabs. Like, that's so annoying. Especially because I like this set way more than the first one. Spoilers? Like, this is the issue. Like, now I have the risk of these dying on me because they don't have tabs. Stop it! Like, okay, like, I guess this is really selfish, but, like, I guess the reason why I'm personally hurt with this set is because I voted for cross charge. So, that's why, like, I guess that's the reason why I prefer this set way more, is because one of the riders I voted for actually got in, even though a lot of people were like, no, stop it with the forms, we need more riders. But I'm like, I like cross charge. He needs a ride watch. So yeah, blame me for being the reason why cross charge got voted in. But I don't like. I gotta give it to like the community for Japanese writer Twitter for like just telling everyone to be like, guys, you gotta vote for scissors. It's just like, and then like when they wait up, why the heck did I say wait up? But I loved it when the voting sessions were going on and they put up the top 20 and like, you know, like I guess my like American Toku Twitter, or no, Toku Twitter, I'll call it that. Japanese Conrad Twitter and then Toku Twitter are completely different. But Toku Twitter was just like, what the heck? Why the heck is scissors up here? And like, I like explained to like some people like, oh, I saw a bunch of Japanese people like posting pictures of scissors and encouraging them to vote for him. They're like, oh my, and then like people were like, oh my gosh, they memed him up the list. And then like, I know when like the first set got announced, so many people were upset because Gem was not in it, which was stupid. The reason I was upset was because, oh, I already explained it, Kronos and Poppy were included. That's the reason why I was heavily upset by it. But other than that, I actually like the choices of Fize Axel, Callus, and Eternal. Like, that's nice. But then Kronos and Poppy, I don't want to get into it. Like, I'm done. Then the second set surprisingly didn't get announced right away. I think it got announced like a month or two, like some weeks later or a month later. I don't remember. Now obviously set 2 got announced and like everyone's like, what the heck? Scissors got in? It was just the funnest. Funnest is not a word. It was just a really fun moment. Because obviously I was like, yes, Cross Charge got in. And I'm like, oh, Dark Key was really cool. He's my favorite Dark Rider. And then like Ultra, I'm like, okay. And then like Zombie Gamer is like, okay, you did that to make the people happy. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is just Zombie Gamer because they don't even show the belt. So it's most likely level X, not X0, because obviously in the top 20 list, all of Gem's forms or all of his like major power-ups were on there, and like people were like, So it's just like this set there like, okay, we have to include a Gem because then people are gonna rile up at us, and then they're probably just like, I don't know. I just wonder how like the filming, like the recording session is like, okay, so you're going to record the lines of Kamen Rider Scissors. It's like, Kamen Rider Scissors? But yeah, I guess my only issue with the DX, like, I don't know, it's weird with Ryuki that the DX ones follow the same like color scheme, but then the Gashapon ones are different. So, but yeah, I'm just really disappointed they didn't continue this. I guess it's a good thing because then that means like there's less for me to track down, because obviously I'm already upset with how I got this. Because these were like 50 each, so that means each ride watch was 10. But basically, it would have been cool if they did like you know, do 20 of them for the 20th anniversary of Heisei, but they didn't. Because I think it would have been cool just to get like a few more, because I feel like it really like died down a lot, and I think it would have been cool if they at least announced like one every month. Even though that would be like, oh my gosh, stop it. I thought I was gonna like burp a little. But yeah, so I understand like it's technically a good thing that they didn't really do it, but I would have personally liked 20 fan voted ride watches. Okay. Because I just feel like, you know, just doing like 20, like doing more of what the fans wanted is like, I feel like, I don't know, I guess I'm just saying I'm not really satisfied with what fans voted for. I guess that's what I'm saying, but because it's just like with me, I would have, well, I guess like the voting process, I actually found a way to like rig it. I don't suggest, like, I can talk about it now, but like I don't know, was kind of cheating it, but like I forgot the way how you do it. I think it involved like refreshing the page or something, but like basically I found a way how you can vote multiple times. I only did it like twice. But fairly, I voted for Cross Charge twice. For the test, I actually voted for Sin Spectre. And then I did Bujingai. So those two were my like counterfeit like votes. Um, but yeah, truly, I voted for cross charge both times. Like seriously, I feel like if this went on more, we could have gotten like ride watches from Gaim and such, because I think it's insane that Gaim literally only has 6 ride watches, and then you look at X8 and Build, so that's just weird. Gaim could have been a cool ride watch because it's like meta, because it's the guy that voices the ride watches was the voice of Gaim, but then technically that would be like, they should have just done a ride watch on the Paradox Roid mute. But so yeah, like doing a ride watch on Gaim would have been cool. Anyways, let's get to Geiz Majesty because it's literally just sitting here. So this is my second Blu-ray set I've ever picked up. Because obviously the first one I picked up was the Ghost movie. I love the cover of Geiz Majesty. It reminds me so much of the Blu-ray covers, especially with like the secondary writers, because normally like with the Blu-ray sets they will have like the writers that have the tributes. So obviously in this case we have DN, Kaixa. I know it's Kaiza, but I grew up with Kaixa. Birth and Axel. I guess I'm gonna try to differentiate Axel and Axel, just because like technically I pronounce them the same way. So there's just tape up here. All those screenshots and such. This is a summary. So yeah, this is the box for Geiz Majesty. I love it a lot, but let me just get it over with. So I got this off of Toke Collectibles. Well, I got all of these off of Toke Collectibles, but this one was for like 50, and then for shipping it was like plus 5. So this was $55, which isn't bad. Because it's like 30 for the ride watch, and then 30 for the ride watch, and I'm keeping that sadly. But it's 30 for the ride watch and like 25 for the Blu-ray. So I would like to see. I would actually like to view these and such. Did this ever happen? I haven't seen Geiz Majesty, but did this happen? Omagio versus Geiz Revive Goretsu? This is just funny towards me. But I really like this. I really do. So there's Grandeur with a Den Common Sword. I really wish Geiz Majesty like actually used more weapons. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I was actually originally going to actually just like rip it out, but then I downloaded the file. So yeah, for some I'll be honest, like stupid reason, V-Cinemas now come with the DVD single. Like, they don't release it by itself, which is annoying. I guess because if it's just a singular one, then they don't really bother, like, doing a physical release. They're just like, oh yeah, here's the DVD, or not, here's the CD. But I actually do like Brand New Day. Brand New Day is actually pretty good. No. Like, even Gaim was the last series they technically released the V-Cinemas in a single, because I don't count Drive, because Drive, they were really lazy with their endings, and they just reused like songs that whatever Eternal's actor did, like for the singles for Time. Well, that is Blue. But they just reused, like, or they just used the songs like the other title tracks that were a part of like the second and third singles. So for the single for Time, the ending for the Kamen Yongo thing, they used Goodbye Little Moon for Kamen Chaser, which I'm like, okay. But then for Drive Saga Heart and Mach, they used Eternity for the ending, which I thought was fine, but I don't know, Drive was really lazy with its endings, and then I don't like Ghost because I don't like the Spectre V cinema. And then X8 finally brought back me actually liking the endings, but then that was for some reason packed with Laser versus Gem, because I guess Palette with Pulpy with the God Maximum Mighty Gashat was enough. So this is a code for our Gates Majesty. I think it's already expired. This is the Blu-ray thing. So Reiwa the First Generation, I actually saw that movie. It was good. Kyuranger versus Lupin Ranger versus Putter Ranger, and Kira Major Episode 0. I'm still really behind. 01 Blu-ray set. 01. That was weird. Gates Majesty, where we have that, the concert thing. It was kind of underwhelming this year. Turbo Rangers getting released on DVD. And, it's this thing with Michi and Koto's actors. I don't know what these two are. Some animes. I've seen something about this, and I don't know anything about that. The Kamen Rider Geo Next Time Gates Majesty liner note. I can't read it. This is really cool. So they actually have like a brief description. Like they have brief descriptions of each secondary rider, which is just so cool. Like this is actually kind of cooler than like what Ghost included. And the thing too is that they actually include pictures if they were present in. If they actually did reprise themselves, like pictures of the secondary rider from when they appeared in Geo. So like obviously with Hikaru. Yeah, he obviously did not reprise his role in Geo, so they just took a picture from him from when Agito was airing. But then, like obviously with like Ren and like Kisaka, they just took. Well, this is from Rider Time Ryuki, obviously, but this is from this B Cinema. Yeah, like if they return in this, then they were just using pictures from there. So. There's Kagami, my favorite rider of all time. And obviously everyone on this page reprised themselves. So I don't know, Go was just so okay, yeah, so here they just mentioned like, yeah, he was an overcourser. He got shafted really bad. Overcourser. It had good fan service, but that's the thing. Like the Geo movies have good fan service, but they still kind of fall flat. What is this about? I would really like to like play these because I don't know. Like again, getting physical media is just cool to me. Just because, like, I'm so stuck with, like, torrenting and such, and it's just, like, I just want to actually support it. And I don't know why I thought there was another cover, but yeah, Gates Majesty, really cool. I just like admiring this cover. It's just so good. I really like the ending too. It looks like a typical like school drama thing. Like look, like Waz is just standing there and there's swords. I love it so much. I really want to watch it. That's 64 minutes. Okay. yeah, that should be it. So now we get the... Oops. So, now we get to the actual ride watch itself. Here's this thing. So this is technically where the... Okay, so... here's the thing. So technically, obviously, it's originally $11,100. However, if you cheat with Tow Collectibles, you can get this for $55. That's why Tow Collectibles has now become my #1 place to pre-order things. And like Zyken and I love the service. So, however, he still has not received his Mini-Pull of Kiramagen because they're out of stock. However, like, cause he did like the thing again where like he like, I don't remember if he pre-ordered it when it was already out or if he actually pre-ordered it like officially. But yeah, so, and I guess I'll mention this too. I did another thing we pre-ordered before the CSM Belt, and which is really exciting. Because obviously, like, I'll just say this, despite, like, Kiva, obviously, like, most people know, Kiva is my least favorite series, but the Belt has to be my favorite, one of my favorite belts, like, alongside the Mock Driver and such. But, before I cut this open, like, let's admire this box. I really love this box. I like how they try to keep it in the same way as Grand Geo, although I would have liked it. I just remembered why. But so we get all 18 secondary riders. I like how Gatak's in this corner. Love it. I know this picture of Beast, but I can't identify it. And I think I know this picture of Brave. But the back. Yeah, because I was going to say, I would have liked it if they did, like, the same thing of, like, put Gates here and then, like, all the other ones, but they technically did it here, so I like that. Did I mention that this is my first V-Cinema piece I have? It's sad, but... like, I know... Okay. This is my first V-Cinema piece. And it's gonna be a pain trying to get, oh. Huh. That's interesting. Mine got packed. With it pressed in already. That's funny. I don't want to do that with the plastic. Okay, so yeah, mine already got pressed in. That's funny. Whoa, this one's smoother. But I don't think it's the same, like, box size as Grand Geo, obviously. Where are the phrases? So those are the 10 phrases. Okay. So, for now, I'm gonna put this back in here because that's where belonged, and that's where it was in, but I don't know if I can put this back in. Actually, no, it was like this. So, yep, I got it back to how it was before. Okay, so let me grab Grand Geo. Because obviously we gotta compare the two. I actually find it really interesting they kept the front gold on this. That's really interesting. But other than that, they actually changed everything else. Obviously they changed the tracks or the pin, but yeah, it's actually, well, I wouldn't say it's as difficult trying to see the sticker, but the sticker seems, might be the same, but like the thing is that like pushing this in is actually like not as like easy, because this is like, I think that's why mine was like packed like this, because it's, see, you can tell like with how, oh my gosh, because like if I do Grand Geo, you hear that like loud, like you hear like the loudness of this, but then this one is like, it's not as like secure. So I think that might have been how it was. And then obviously mine's already bent because of all its time just sitting like this. And then this one's gonna be in the box too. But gosh, stop that. I think people are going to get so confused at like the title of this one, because I'm going to call it the Kamen Reiwa the First Generation and Geiz Majesty opening. Because of this. So, yeah. I really feel like that secondary sound is a bit underwhelming. And I just realized the other DX, because I think I didn't even like bring it back, but the other like DX Bride Watch I'm missing is BB Gates, because it's $60. So then I told Zeriken, if 01 does a box, we're getting it. Was that re-recorded, or was... I'm gonna figure it out right now. I don't think it was re-recorded. I think they literally just took it out of this toy. Like, did they really just need to, like, fill 2 more spots? Like, just take the quotes from this. finally, new stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's a lot easier to... If I had to be, I don't really like how this one they cheapened out and just like recycle 2 phrases for the holds, for the button holds. I really find that lazy, especially with the one to activate the short version. They just took his long phrase and slapped the henshin, and like at least with this one they had him say a new phrase. Like, those are at least new phrases. But then, like, with this one, they're just like, let's just recycle, like, 3 phrases from the memorial version. It's like, I heard Geiz' thing. Like, Geiz' speech is now in, like, 3 different toys. It's like, stop it. But, obviously, if we're here for this, and this was already on... If that's the case, whoops. I think my Giga Driver's dying again. 60 frames is making this go in a bit faster. So, the funny thing with this one is that I think I'll actually, technically, logistically, I actually will be able to achieve Geiz Majesty, unlike Grand Geo, because I will have all 19... Another watches. And those darn gashats. I'll achieve all 19 Heisei secondary riders. Even though it's weird that I think this is G3X, but then they're just calling him G3. I don't know. But yeah, so I actually will get all 19 of these because I will be getting Brave and so I don't know. I find it stupid that
Geiz is up here, because I would have honestly preferred it if they just shifted it over, or just make a new piece of this to only have 4, or make a new piece of this to have 4. I think that would have been way easier than having to put Geiz here. Like, I would have rather just have 5, 5, 4, 4. But no. They're too lazy, and like, they were just lazy and were just like, oh, we gotta get this done, because it's just like, you know, they forgot what Greece Perfect Kingdom was. How did I put this in? Well, oh, that's technically accurate, but... Wait. Oh, gosh. I forgot to note that I actually like that they did a yellow LED. I thought they would have just done white, but it's actually really nice to have a yellow LED. I think it would have been really funny if they switched Zeranos and Gattack on the actual watch. But yeah. So, like, just like Grand Geo, it doesn't really do as much, but I don't know, I think Geiz is honestly a bit cooler, just because I think it's neat. They actually try, like, musically, they actually try to match it up with Geiz, or like evolve it, because I feel like that was my huge issue with Revive. It didn't really like stem off of like Geiz musically, like obviously like transformation wise, but like obviously Geiz Revive's theme is like amazing, but like musically, like transformation wise, like it just didn't really like work, and like I really didn't like that the way it functioned was just like really like bleak, because it will just cut straight to like Reiwa Ibu Goretsu, or like Revive. Like it just cut straight to that. It did not say like power time or speed time. It just cut straight to the jingle. So it's really nice for like Majesty to do that. Obviously we're here for madness, so here goes nothing. So I'm going to insert Majesty first. Oh, what the heck? What the? No. I did this wrong anyway. Because I actually prefer it like this. What the heck? I forgot how finicky these ones are, because they're like the Murad watches, so let's... How am I gonna do this? Oh shoot. Like, okay, this one's now just reading as a weapon. Stop it. What the heck? Oh my gosh. So, yep, that's the chaos you can pursue with both Grand Geo and Geiz Majesty. I'm so happy that these two are going to be the only ones, because if they literally make Grand, like, I think I talked about this before, if they literally make Grand Geos with everyone, I'm going to get so sick of it. Like, just stop. These two are good enough. We don't have 4 slots. I don't know how you're going to make one for the Beyond Driver. Wands does not need the powers of all third riders. Sugiyori would be cool with all female riders, but Wands does not need the powers of all 3 or all third riders. Because I feel like at that point, it's just lazy. I think with Geiz it makes more sense, because, you know, third riders or like secondary riders are more, like, at least somewhat more common than like third riders. But it's just like, please be the only 2. Please, for the sake of sanities, because I know like a bunch of people are gonna be like, stop it, my ears. But again, I don't know if I actually stated this, but the thing I do think Geiz Majesty does better is the color separation, because it's gray, red, gold, and yellow, while Grand Geo is just 2 tones of gold, another gold, a shinier gold, and white. So it's just like, however, suit wise, like, I guess like watch wise and sound wise, I prefer Geiz Majesty, but suit wise, I have to give it to Grand Geo. Geiz Majesty literally looks like Geiz Majesty just doesn't have the budget at all. Like, when you look at it, it's so cheap. Because they literally just took the wizard armor, replaced the wizard rings with Zamanus's shoulder pads, give him a cape, give him the undersuit, give him the other armor, like other armor's legs, and put the hiragana characters on his visor, because Wizard actually has like these things, and then just stick the ride watch up there, and then like that's Gates Majesty. It's just a weird amalgamation of like 3 suits. And it's just like, I would have honestly, I would have liked a silver Grand Geo, because I think like the huge issue too with Gates Majesty, it's too red, and the majority of the secondary riders are not red. They're blue, so it really sticks out. Like, they just stick out really badly, which is why I think a color like silver would have just worked better. Like, obviously, they did not have the budget to make another Grand Geo. So they had to just do whatever they could have. And that's the best they could have done. But, just don't make any more Grand Geos. 2 is good enough. Give Waz... I don't know. Like, again, if there was a Waz and Tsukiyomi V Cinema, I would rather have them paired up. I don't think a Waz one would work, like, by itself, if I have to be honest. So, like, I'll understand that they would want to give Waz the power up because, you know, female riders. So, I'm sorry. So, like, I can see them giving, like, Tsukiyomi, like, Geo Trinity or something, and, like, you know, coming to Quad Druidity or something, like, coming to Quad. Like, Tsukiyomi having the powers of all 4, or the previous other 3 riders, and then, like, give Waz, like, a redo of, like, Ginga, but then, like, put all 4 future riders on it or something. I don't know. Like, Waz, like, I don't know. Like, you have to do something with the future riders of Waz, even if it doesn't really work for him, or just give him something new. But, yeah. I'm actually going to take a break, but I'll be back with the Cyclone Riser. Well, okay, so I just ate, so that's fun. I don't remember what time it was, but moving these aside. It's time. This is way lighter now. It's time. The prized possession. The Cyclone Riser. So this is my first premium Bandai 01 thing, because I did not pre-order the Zetsume Riser nor the Zetsume key sets, although I was actually kind of eager to get 02, but I decided not to, because if I didn't even have the others, what was the point? So this will be fun. Like, I know Zriken wants a Zetsume Riser, but I can wait on it. That's kind of why I didn't really go so big onto it. See, I think in Japan, like, they just ship it like this, which I'm just like, how could you do so? Like, I know these boxes have no meaning of, like, stain, but it's like, you know, it's because of these boxes that they're an extra value for some things, because these brown boxes mean something to people. So, we get This is interesting for sure. So we just simply lift this off like that and get stuck into there. So how do I preserve this? Because I really don't like it when people just rip it off. So okay, so there's just tape simply. Can I slide it off? I can. So here's this white sheet of paper slid off. How am I going to fold this in now? Okay, I guess I could. Now, here we go, the Cyclone Riser. So, I guess, like, yeah, and originally I wasn't actually planning on, like, going full ahead with this, but I am actually kind of, again, I actually am thankful for how much I got this for, because Mandarake is selling this for 8,000 yen, and it's just not worth it. So there's Ichigata's rider symbol. Picture of Ichigata. Common Rider Ichigata. Oops. So that typical stock image of him. So that's fun. I wish the Cyclone Riser did get explained. Like, I love Ichigata. He's a way better suit than 001. For sure. I don't like 001. It's not a good suit. Now, I'm pretty sure I just simply do this to it. Cyclone Riser. So, we got this because we got 12 quotes. Kamen Rider. Something about LEDs. Something about putting Ryzen Hopper into it. No, that's not it. It's this. There's nothing else about its other compatibility. That's interesting. So we just don't get that at all. How do I take this out again? I don't remember. Here's the belt strap. It's just a white repaint of the Force Riser belt. Of the Force Riser belt cover, aka the Beyond Driver. Here's another belt strap. Because, you know, I'm still pretty baffled that Sargon did not get a strap with his Bubble Driver's Divide. Like, that's just really stupid. Of why you could have just listed it, and then we could have been like, oh, okay, then we could have just like been like, oh, okay, never mind. But nope. Like, because it just said package damage and opened. So How are we supposed to know it didn't include it? Okay, so this is sad. This is my first Zetsumarais key. Or technically it's not. It's my second. But it's my first one that actually makes sounds. So that's fun.
Kamen Rider, Rocking Hopper's ability. 変身。アルト、夢に向かって飛べ。夢を忘れずに戦え。無理だよ。ロボットの父さんには心がないから。俺の夢は、俺が笑い、アルトが笑う世界だ。ヒューマギアも人間も守る。変身。変身。
So it's just gonna do that every time you hold it down.
変身。
So that's interesting.
変身。俺を超えない限りそれでいい。お前に気づいてほしかった。不思議な。仮面ライダー。
Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of them because that's the whole point of the review, which will probably be in September. Because as I have in mind right now, 01 I'm probably going to do in June, July. I don't know. Last but not least, the Cyclone Rider Solve. Why? They're just like. So obviously it's just the Force Riser. It's sturdier. I don't know. That's technically a thing. I can't really call it sturdier. It's forceful. That's why it's called the Force Riser. I don't know what came first. Them making 001 and then they're like, oh, we can make a new rider by repainting the Force Riser, or they did or if they did this first and they're like, oh, we can make 001 use the Force Riser. Like, I don't know which one came first. I'm pretty sure it's the, oh, look, we can make 01 use the Force Riser. Now we're gonna make another repaint. But it's not bad. Like, ow. I crushed my toe on the wheels of the chair, but like, it's not a bad repaint. I actually do generally like it. I can't take my Force Riser out because it's stuck in a bin. The one right next to me, actually, let me pull that out right now, because why not? This is going to be a hassle. You know what? Just never mind. Ow! I hit myself with the box. Let me put these down. I don't want things to tumble. Enough things already tumbled. Huh. Well, okay, so again, I need to resort this, but that's my build driver. This is my Tokyo changer, which is now bent up because he didn't put any care when he threw everything. I'm starting to think this is not it.
Oh, never mind. I found it. Well, the 01 driver at least. Yeah, I'll definitely reorganize this after this. Right now, you're just hearing a bunch of my stuff on the ground. I really need to fix that. That's the air hole. Why is the Rube collection case in here? Why am I gimmick stuff in here? That's the force riser. The 01 driver should not be in there. Or the way that it was put in there, it shouldn't be like that. And then such. Like, you can't just carelessly throw things in here. It's not my fault that I was working on a project. So. So my stuff we're just kind of carelessly thrown in here. But anyways, here's the force riser. I can't get rid of the straps because those are in a different bin that I put in. So obviously this has like these details, which I actually do like. And then again, from this, I want to say this is stronger, but I can't really confirm. So, yeah. Shoelace. Pulling you. And obviously, because I actually do have batteries, because we got a 60 pack triple A's. So, we're good on triple A's. It's just cell batteries are not so great. So,
Cyclone Riser.
there's that. It's better than
Force Riser.
so. I'm actually gonna just follow what I did in the Force Riser unboxing and just put the strap on, because why not? I prefer that they actually did, like, I'll just say with the 01, I actually do like that they did keep these straps consistent with the other ones and not like the bubble drivers, just because like they're not, honestly, they're not compatible now, or they're not compatible, so you can't like, you know, try to like mod these or whatever. Cause these I think are like the Sentai buckle straps. And Jin Burning Falcon just fell. But however, I do feel like the issue, because they're big, is that like this is actually more difficult of doing. Okay. I would have actually liked it no, never mind. Because I was going to say, I would have liked if this wasn't just white but silver, but just pull the Force Riser one then. And then obviously to be more accurate, not yet, we didn't transform. So, obviously,
Kamen Rider. Henshin. Henshin. Henshin.
just like a memorial one.
Cyclone Rise! Rocking Hopper! Type 1.
If this thing was able to play music, I would have loved that. Because I love Ichigata's theme. So...
Rocking Spark!
And my favorite...
Rocking GM!
Can you still do this?
アークの意志のままに俺を超えない限りアークの意志俺を超えない限りお前が
So he has two phrases, and then he'll say
そ
like...
れでいいお前に不思議カモンライダー変身変身 Cyclone Rise Rocking Spark Rocking GM
Yeah, I can definitely say this one is more harder, and it just ruined my It just ruined my progress key, or Zetsumarais key. That's fun. This is why I actually don't like the Force Riser anymore. Because it was with the Christmas Ryzen Hopper Christmas version that I used it with the Force Riser so much because I had to do so much takes that it like loosened it. Because technically this is how I like test like whether or not my progress key is stable. I keep it like this and I like wiggle it around, and I'll say Rocking Hopper somewhat passed. It passed, but it's not gonna succeed. Because I just don't like this toy just ruins your progress keys so much because of the forcing gimmick, making the covers looser, which annoys me so much because I prefer to have my covers really tight. I guess that's weird, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't like Ryzen Hopper is not bad, but then Rocking Hopper is now like it's too easy for me to fling it out. Like that's an issue. Because then it's like, look, I can do that. That's not good. Okay, I might be complaining about the smallest of things, but it's like, I don't like it when like a toy becomes really loose just because of like another toy. Oh, I actually like all of this for Rockin' Hopper. That's pretty cool. So obviously we can use this. However, these aren't perfectly timed well with this because this has an additional second, unlike those. So all your progress keys would not work well with this.
Rising Spark! Rising GM!
I wonder what's the thing that's making this difficult. I think it's the button. Yeah, I don't know. I want to like the Force Riser. I like the concept, but it ruins your progress keys, and that's where I had to kind of like cross the line, because it's just like, here's punching Kong. This is like, this is just horrible. Okay, not as bad as biting shark. That's just not even doing that. Which one did I recently ruin? I think it was Falcon. Falcon was one I accidentally, like, I ruined because, like, you know, I was just playing with it and such. But the Force Riser, well, look at how much it moves. Okay, I don't count it when it goes like this or like that. Like, I count it like how much it moves from like here. Like, that's horrible. I'll just try this out just to see. Just see how much this is. Yeah, this one's just easier to insert things. That did not sound good. Yeah, so this one just makes it like. Like, I'll say that's a good thing that this one actually like feels like there's you need some force to push it in, unlike the Force Riser. That did not sound good. Yep, okay, Rock and Hopper fails. It's like getting loose. That's not good. This is why I don't like you. You literally ruin all my progress keys. This one, at least, it's like. That's interesting. Yeah, that's actually interesting. I don't think the Force Riser does that. I think it just repeats its sounds.
Force Riser!
Yeah, it just repeats the same while.
Force Riser!
This one actually has different sounds.
Kamen Rider! Henshin! Henshin! Cyclone Rise! Walking Hopper! Type 1. Arc no ishi no mama ni.
Yeah, so it seems like it's actually time to like do that stuff and such. Because this is near me.
Cyclone Rise!
Like, I don't know, like. I'm honestly more annoyed at the Gashats than this thing. So. level up in the end. Which one was? I like level up in the end. I'm pretty sure this one is X-Aids. A curve makes more sense than a straight. Yeah, that's straight.
Kamen Rider.
I want to victimize these two. I should have just put my progress keys like that. They don't need to be randomly standing. And yet, he's fine.
Cyclone Rise. Amazing Spark. Amazing GM.
Amazing the end. I like that. This one's funny.
Electric. Cyclone Rise. Bursting sparks fly at full force. Sparking Spark.
Spark in spark.
Sparking GM.
Please do not ruin my progress keys. I'm just grabbing trying to grab once, but Sting Scorpion keeps like turning himself. It's so. See, like, this is a good example of how a progress key should be. Like, okay, it should still be easy to flip, but shouldn't be like. Okay, this is not a good example. But it shouldn't be like. It shouldn't move at all. It should just stay sturdy all the time. I'd rather have like a sturdy like cover than like a flimsy one. Like, honestly, I would just prefer to have like a one like a realistic one where you have to like get it authorized to open.
Cyclone Rise. Here's what is cold and Arctic winds.
And like, this is obviously I'm talking about more of the DX ones, because like, you know, like obviously with the ones like this, like the candy toys, and like just their constant floppiness, why I despise this. They are technically supposed to have these issues, so I have to kind of like, you know, forgive them, even though I don't want to. But it's just like my DX ones aren't this bad, but they're like this. So it's just like, I really hate this.
Which shot Metsumo Shinrai.net. Cyclone Rise.
Sorry if you hear that. That was too quick. This is, I think the Force Riser, well, I already stated it. The Force Riser literally just ruins your progress keys. But this one's doing pretty well. That's Boyd. No, that's Ryuki. That's just facing down. Okay. So, honestly, I really wish that you could insert this one into anything, but you can't, because it's only able to be used in the 01 driver, which annoys me. But Assault Wolf fell. That one's pretty good. You can't do that. Magnet Storm the end! I don't think that's right. Okay. I'm gonna try 3 more. Thanks, Joe. Let's see. This is not good. Thousand the end. Break horn. Amazing horn. Bowser horn.
Everybody jump! Hidden metal abilities. Cyclone rise!
That one really works. I think it might be me that made it way looser. Because I have a feeling you can actually break these clips. Because of how easy it is just to like do that, and I just smacked the camera. That's not good when it does that too. Now, I already explained it before, but like Metal Cluster, I already like scratched it. Like, even like before I actually got to like review it, I already like damaged it. but not least,
Rampage Bullet!
I should have.
All rise! All Cyclone rise! Rampage Stepping!
it doesn't sound as cool as in like the Force Riser.
Rampage Bullet! Power! Speed! Element! All rampage! Rampage Ball! Sparked! Rampage Bullet! Power! Speed! Element! All rampage! Rampage Ball! Blast!
I know I don't need to press that, but you know, just to do that full-on roll call. Well, I guess if you want the
Rampage Bullet!
official.
Cyclone Rise!
Like, you can't even time yourself well.
But anyways, this aside.
Zero One Driver! Kamen Rider! Authorize! Henshin! Probe Rise! The sole hero of the Vintage Rockin' Hopper! Kamen Rider will fight to protect humanity. Type 1.
I really don't like the fact that it says Type 1 at the end. I feel like it ruins it. But
Rockin' Impact!
and we can finally do this.
Changing to Superbike, motorcycle mode.
Oh, God.
Changing to Superbike, motorcycle mode.
Is this really in the...
Changing to Superbike.
Is it literally this piece?
I need to prove this.
1000 driver.
Changing to Superbike. Changing to Superbike. Changing to Motor Rise. Rise Hopper.
And I wanted to see if you can still scan it when it's in Rise Hopper.
Motor Rise. Changing to Superbike, motorcycle mode.
Can't. It's just forever stuck in that mode, meaning that you never get a loud version of that sound. So. I'm not Aruto. So I don't think this does the thing where it rings. Because I just don't think they can do that. Like, I'm pretty sure that has nothing to do with like phone laws or like how phone toys have to be, but it's like, you know, I don't know. I just find this to be like really funky of like scanning, because essentially you're scanning this part into the speaker, which is technically how this works. But I don't know, it just doesn't really work because it's a weird looking PowerRider key. Yeah. Okay. But we already got some Soul Hero the Justice. So if we do. Well, if that's the case, can't we just use this? It's an authorization method.
Rocking Hopper's ability.
Authorize. Authorize. Oh. So I guess we're gonna just slightly authorize.
Authorize. Henshin. Henshin. Cyclone rise. Rocking Hopper.
That was not correct.
Kamen Rider.
So then, like, we're gonna have to, like, dig back here, and we can't. So I'm gonna have to use the force razor. Dig,
Rocking Hopper's ability.
like, authorize this from back here.
Authorize.
There. Then we're gonna have to insert it like so.
Cyclone rise. Rocking Hopper. Will fight to protect humanity. Type 1. Rocking Stark.
I'm actually curious.
Kamen Rider. Authorize. Henshin. Probe rise. The sole hero of the justice. Rocking Hopper. Kamen Rider will fight to protect humanity. Type 1.
So he can't say his phrases. Well, okay, Shoelace, come here. We're gonna need you for what people are not happy about because they hate trend breakers. They just want to stay in Heisei.
Kamen Rider. Authorize. Henshin. The sole hero of the justice. Rocking Hopper. Kamen Rider will fight to protect humanity. Type 1.
Let's do this.
Which ride? Light ride. Kilo rock. Mega rock. Giga rock. Terra ride. Rocking Terra Big Bang.
Yippee! basically the shoelace and the 01 driver. Okay. So, I think that should be it for this. I think I got a good enough idea of Reiwa, the first generation. Although I did not even bother with this, because we spent the majority of our time with Geiz Majesty ranting about how tabs are important in ride watches, and yeah, so turn this off. I am the best of them all. I will murder you and get my business up high. I'm an evil father.